Hi guys, it's Rod, and in today's video I'm going to talk about generating more Facebook likes for your Facebook business page. And I'm going to cover four main topics. So the first is why you would want to have more Facebook likes for your business page in the first place. The second one is the wrong way to generate Facebook likes and why it's a really bad idea to try and do it this way. The third point is how to generate Facebook likes the right way. And as part of that, I'm going to talk about a different method of generating Facebook likes that not very many people talk about, and the big advantage that it gives you when it comes to organic reach, allowing you to achieve as much as 95% organic reach. Now, before I get into that, as usual, if you enjoy this content, please go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe. Don't worry about the notifications icon because that's really a pain. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about why you'd want to have Facebook likes for your business page in the first place. Well, there's a few reasons that you might want to do that. Now, one of the reasons that we do this for clients is we call it algorithm favoritism. So although I don't have any direct proof, anecdotally speaking, with what I've seen, if a Facebook page has a very small number of likes on it and you start advertising, then the results aren't as great if you have a decent amount of likes on your Facebook page. So we usually aim to have at least 5,000 likes on an advertiser's page before we begin advertising for them. So that's the first reason. Now, the second reason is to do with credibility. Now, this can also have an impact on advertising. So if you're an advertiser, you're running ads, somebody clicks on the link that points to your business page and they see that you've got a large number of likes on your page, well, that instantly provides you with some additional credibility over an advertiser who has only, say, got less than 1,000 likes on their page. Now, you might also be wanting to have additional likes for your business page to increase the amount of engagement that you get. Now, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to talk about two different ways that you can generate Facebook likes. And the second method provides phenomenal organic reach results. So at least that's what we've seen with some of our client accounts. So I'm going to show you inside one of our client accounts to see how they're achieving as much as 95% organic reach because they used the likes generation method that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And the fourth reason that you might want to be generating more likes for your Facebook business page is because you want to use that as a means of populating a Facebook group. Now, I'm not going to go into that topic today, but I just thought I'd cover that because that is another reason why you might want to get some more Facebook likes for your page. So let's talk about the absolute wrong way to get Facebook likes, and this is something that you should never do, and that is to use a service that says we'll provide you with 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000 likes, however many it is, for $5 or $10, like for just a flat rate fee. So that may seem attractive and it might seem like that's a really good idea because it's so super cheap. But the reason that you don't want to do that is because most of the time the likes are going to be from fake Facebook accounts. They're going to be created and they don't have any real people behind them. And sooner or later, Facebook is just going to delete those accounts anyway. Now, the other reason that you don't want to do that is because it is against Facebook's terms of service. So the methods that I'm going to be showing you the right way to do it are not against Facebook's terms of service. And if you do use one of these services and Facebook finds out, and they will, then not only will you lose all the likes from your page that you've just paid for, but in addition to that, you could get your account banned or your page banned. And if you're doing any sort of advertising on Facebook, well, that's the last thing that you need. So don't risk your credibility and don't risk your ad account by buying page likes through one of those flat fee services. So let's jump over to my Facebook Ads Manager, and I'm going to show you how you can set up a new campaign to generate Facebook likes. So I'm inside the Facebook Ads Manager here, and when you create a new campaign, you have all these different options for your campaign objective. So to create a likes campaign is going to be engagement. And then you'll notice how the engagement type here is page likes. So the first thing that this tells you is that because Facebook provides this as an option, it is completely above board. If you generate page likes using this method, it doesn't matter how cheap they are, then you are absolutely not going to run into any trouble with Facebook later on down the track. So let's name the campaign. So once we're done, we click continue. So here we are inside the campaign. So let's go through each section. Basically, if you're not familiar with the Ads Manager, you've got three levels in any Facebook ads campaign. You've got the campaign level, you've got the ad set level, and you've got the ad level. So for this likes campaign, there's not a lot of options. For the buying type, you should leave that as auction, and for the campaign objective, leave that as page likes. There are more options down here. You can set a campaign spending limit if you wanted to only spend a certain amount of money on your page likes. And for the campaign budget optimization, I'm going to turn this on because I really like to use campaign budget optimization. Now, as far as your budget goes, well, that's entirely up to you, and it just depends on how many likes you want to generate and how much you're willing to pay for them. Now, I'm going to show you two different methods for generating Facebook page likes. The first method is going to be relatively inexpensive. The second method is going to be much more expensive, but it does have other value which might be worth it. Let's just set the budget at $25 per day and leave the campaign bid strategy at lowest cost. Now, if we go to the ad set level, actually the other way you can do this, if you at the campaign level, you just click on next, and this takes us down to the ad set. So here you need to make sure that you've got your Facebook business page chosen. Now we come down to the audience section and targeting, etc. Now, if your goal is simply to add additional Facebook page likes for credibility, some additional reach, and to cover your bases as far as, running ads go, making sure that you've got at least 5,000 page likes, then the targeting is pretty straightforward to manage. What I would do is in the locations, change this to worldwide. You'll see there's a region there of worldwide, and that'll replace whatever you've got here. Now, this is by far the best option if you are just starting out, you don't have very many page likes, and you just want to get a good amount of page likes, maybe 4,000 or 5,000, fairly cheaply, just to get you going. Now, once you've done that, then you might want to narrow down your targeting to your specific audience so that you can have more people that are more likely to engage with your page. But for now, if you're just starting out, I would choose worldwide. Leave the age open, leave the genders open. Don't worry about the detailed targeting expansion. That should be off anyway because you've chosen worldwide. And this error message here, which is, I don't know why this comes up, you just need to close that window there, and you'd have automatic placements. Now, the placements are going to be limited anyway. So Facebook only shows the likes campaign ads on the newsfeed and the Facebook Marketplace, and it also shows it in article instant articles as well. So it doesn't have very many placements available anyway. So just leave that as automatic. And the optimization for ad delivery is for page likes, cost control, when you get charged, all that stuff, leave that as it is. So as you can see, the potential reach here is 2 billion people. So let's go next. And now we're down to the ad level. So this is where the rubber hits the road. So first of all, you need to select some creative. Now you can see by default, it's actually grabbed the banner off of my Facebook page. Now you can choose whatever creative you like. So if you wanted to change your creative, you just go change media. You can select other account images, or you can upload a new one. In some countries, you may have the option to go to a separate gallery where all of the free content that Facebook provides you will be there as well. And if you want to choose a different image, then you just click the image and you go next. So I'm just going to stick with the one that I've got. So I'll cancel that out. And in the primary text, doesn't have to be anything particularly fancy. The text that I have on my Facebook business page has been pulled over here. If you want to do something else, you can certainly do that. You can add in additional text in there, but it's just going to be something that's relevant to what your business is about. And down the bottom, we have website events ticked. You select your pixel if you've got a pixel installed, which you should have. And that's it. And then once you're done, you just click on publish. And then if we close that window, you can see delivery switches to in review, and then it'll be in review for a little while, and then it should be active after that. Now I want to talk to you about the second method of setting up your likes campaign that I talked about in the beginning, which will allow you to achieve a much higher level of engagement when you are doing organic posts on your Facebook page. So this is one of our client ad accounts, and we've used the method that I'm about to show you for generating Facebook likes. So not the really cheap method. Now they have a page which has got around about 12,000 page likes on it. And you can see here, for example, this is pretty much almost 100% reach. So the number of impressions almost equals the number of page likes. If you Google this, the average organic reach that you'll expect to receive for a business page at the moment on Facebook is usually about 5%, and it's been getting lower over time. So see, most of these posts, like that one there, that's around about 15 to 20%. That one's about 50%. That one's almost 100%. 20. See, by and large, for every single organic post this client has done, their organic reach is much, much higher than what you would normally expect to achieve. So how did we get that? How did that actually happen? Now, it's to do with the way that we ran the Facebook Likes campaign. So I'll take you back to the Ads Manager and I'll show you what we did. Here we are back in the Ads Manager. Now, if we go to the ad set level, which is where the targeting is set up. This is how we've done the likes campaign for our client who had those phenomenal organic reach results. Now, I just want to point out there's more than just one reason that you might want to do your ads this way. Obviously, reason number one is the organic reach that we've seen people get is just phenomenal. Reason number two is that you'll have people liking your page who are more than likely going to engage with it, and especially if you're in an e-commerce business or you're in a services business, there'll be people who are likely to become your customers, or they're definitely going to be in your target demographic. So what did we do? It's to do with the locations and the targeting. So if you have a bricks and mortar business and you're generating likes for your business page, then obviously your target market is going to be within a certain diameter of your business. So this is where you can use the location targeting. So instead of choosing worldwide, let's say that you had a store that was in Brisbane in Australia. So let's type in Brisbane, and we've got Brisbane, the city. And you can see that it defaults to within 25 miles of Brisbane. So that's the area there. And you can see how the potential reach here has changed. So it's gone from 2 billion or whatever it was worldwide, now down to 1.6 million. Now you might want to refine this a little bit more. So let's say that you sell homeware. You might want to refine down. I personally wouldn't get too heavy-handed with refining your targeting, because the less potential reach you have, then the more expensive that your likes are going to be. That's for a bricks and mortar store. I'll just use a different example for an e-commerce store. So let's say that you ship all over Australia, and here we can modify the targeting. And let's say that you run an e-commerce store that's to do with camping products. So we've got camping as an interest. And let's say we've got four-wheel driving. Let's go for off-roading. And then we'll also go four-wheel driving. So this isn't dissimilar to the audience interest targeting that you might do with your general advertising, but we're instead applying this to the Facebook Likes campaign. So what does that give us? Potential reach of 6.5 million people. So once that's done, you go ahead and publish. Now, what will that do? Well, number one, you're going to be having people liking your page that are in your target market. But the second thing that it will do is that your likes will definitely be much more expensive. So if you want to get likes on your page the absolute cheapest way possible, but still completely legitimate, completely approved by Facebook, then go with the earlier method that I showed you with the worldwide targeting and no interest targeting at all. Now, if you want to actually have people following your page who are likely to be engaged with your page and likely even perhaps to become your customers, then you'd want to use this method where you either refine down the location, if you're a bricks and mortar store, to within a location surrounding your store, and or you refine down the targeting so that you are aiming more for people that are in your target market. Now, as I said, it will be more expensive, but the upshot of this is that you have this phenomenal organic reach, which I've showed you before, like this. And if you do a lot of organic posting, like if you're a reasonable sized business and you've got a dedicated social media team and then you're doing social media posts every few days, then the extra that you might have to pay for your Facebook likes, you might be paying, say, 50, 60, 70 cents a like versus 2 or 3 cents a like. That additional cost might actually be worthwhile for you in the long run because of the fact that your organic posts reach so many more people every time you do one. And of course, you don't have to pay for your organic posts. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope it was useful for you. Once again, if you did find it useful, please go ahead, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Don't worry about the notifications bell. Now, obviously, there is a lot more to running a great Instagram or Facebook advertising campaign than simply getting your likes sorted out. It's just one of the things that you may need to get sorted out before you get started. Now, my agency is a specialist Facebook and Instagram advertising agency. We also do email marketing. If you are wanting to get better results from your marketing, or you're thinking about starting with Facebook or Instagram advertising, and you want to have a chat to somebody about how you can get started off the right way and achieve great results, then we'd love to have a chat with you about how we might be able to help. There is one condition, which is that you are running with a budget of at least $100 a day, or you're planning to start with a budget of $100 a day. If you would like to have a chat with somebody, it's no obligation. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes. It's not really a massive review of your business. It's just so we can talk about what you're doing in your business at the moment, what you're doing in your advertising at the moment. If you are running ads, there will be a link below this video where you can book a time to have a chat with either myself or one of my team, and who knows, we may end up working together. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.